Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. It's been a long time since I last did these, and the reason I've been kind of delaying on these is because I've never been able to get them to work satisfactorily, or more along the lines of I keep running into these don't exactly hold up very well. That said, I'm gonna give this one a try. This one's really just for fun. You see it's called Mardu Iconic here. Iconic are the really large creature types like angels, demons, dragons, hydras. What's for blue one? Sphinxes. Over time, this one just eventually evolved into Mardu Angels, but we'll take a look over that list short. We're gonna take a look at that list now. So I ran one version. It had a light feather package, but it was really a hindrance, so I ended up just scrapping it. So Now, I remember there's a pro who posted a list like this. It was much more streamlined, so all of these are 4-offs. The Bishop of Wings is a 4-off, Resplendent Angels a 4-off, Kaalia is a 4-off, Seraph is a 4-off, Lyra, probably not a 4-off, maybe 1 or 2. I don't have all the 4-offs, but so I'm just making up for it with more removal spells. So Angret's Rampage, deal with Planeswalkers, Prison Realm, Mortify. I kind of split this one evenly 3 and 3 because it's really hard. The deck is really tuned against creatures quite a bit, so I need to lean more towards non-creatures, especially since we have Kaya's Wrath. Otherwise, we just have a ton of angels. Gideon to help us in the life gain because there is a bit of a life gain team, in particular with Angel of Vitality. I suppose with all the life, we could run a single copy of Bolas' Citadel. That might be a good shot. My only concern with that is it's not often that we get that much life. It's like we're not exactly tuned towards that one. Right, we do have a single Sephara. I did see one deck that has angels managed to land this one, so I'm willing to give this one a try. No guarantees. Most likely, this is the first card I will mulligan. And sideboard, lots more removal. We do have a few demons just in case, and some more utility removal and whatnot. That said, I think I'm much more comfortable with this deck if it was just straight up white, black, or Zov. But I am committed to running Kaalia, so I'm gonna give her a shot. Let's see how far we can actually get with her. I did one constructed run. It went horribly wrong. 0-3. Though to be fair to the deck, two of the losses were misplaced on my part. That said, let's see if we can actually do a little bit better with this one. If I don't have to worry about cards that are gonna just lie dormant. Your biggest enemy here is yourself, in particular your mana base. If you notice the lands I'm running now, the only non-colored lands I have are Evolving Wilds. So I do like this one, but this is awfully risky. This is a 3 mana deck. We do have a Mortify to show for it. And we are running 25 lands here. We're running 25, right? 3, 6, 9, 10, 14, 15, 18, 20, 25. Okay, sure. Now watch me stumble. If any, this is gonna be just a lesson on how not to make decisions on mulliganing. As I mentioned, this is a 3 mana deck. You really want to play out. You really want to have 3 mana in hand at the very least. This is not gonna go well. Let's see. 23 out of 52, so we're 50%. Very uncomfortable. That's literally a coin flip that's just waiting to go bad. That said, if our opponent's playing mono red, he's awfully slow for mono red. There's a shock. There's gonna be a follow-up light up the stage into... Okay. Well, our opponent is gonna get their wish. We're not gonna go anywhere. These Angels of Vitality are going to just be 2/2s. We literally made a huge mistake here. Runaway Steamkin. Opponent's gonna get away with the slowest mono red build because we did not draw any land. I'm gonna ditch Dob Nixilis. That's the most expensive card. Our opponent had a literally slow start. We have an even slower start. Shock again. I think our opponent's gonna just literally unload. I think they were kind of waiting for us to have all these. Oh, this is mono red elementals, so it's gonna be interesting. Our opponent can literally unload now if he wants to. I think he could. Yeah. Okay. And you can play the Scorch Spitter. If I draw mana, I'm probably gonna actually just take out the Cavalcade. Yep. Drew mana. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 10. We're a burn spell away from dying. I take it back. We might be better off just taking out one of the Steamkins. Because even if our opponent can unload... Okay. Okay, I might as well go so I forgot Chandra exists. So... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Down to 2. And... Shock for... Experimental Frenzy. Ooh, gonna dig for a shock. Speed Dodger... Not gonna do it. But we're not gonna win this one. Yeah, good game. Now this one is completely our fault. We really should not have tried to gamble for that land. It's a thing I was talking about it too. So we just gave our opponent an easy win. Probably should have cast a spell just to tick up my quest, but heck. It is what it is. So let's see if we can do much better with this one. Again, I said with the exception of the Elementals deck that's coming up soon, I really have very little. It's not so much I have very little faith. It's more like metagame is way too soft. Now this one's better. We do have one play. We're just a white source away, and if we have enough isolated chapels that Blood Crypt will keep it live. That said, if not, at least we can keep ourselves alive somehow. Okay, so it starts all over again. I'm gonna play Angrat's Rampage now. I would love to wait for our opponent to hit Curious Obsession, but four of those cards are gonna be Spell Pierce. I'm not gonna risk that one. Okay, there's our white source. Just gonna run Kaalia out. Let's bait an early counter. This was the deck I would expect to run counters. And so we're looking for an angel that does not cost double white, so that's automatically Aurelia. So next turn we can Seraph at least. We could Aurelia. So our opponent's going to try to race us with this one. I think not having the counter spell was unfortunate. I'm going to run Aurelia because our opponent saw that. Our opponent's also stuck on 2 lands. Wizard's Retort, that's fine. Because the Seraph is probably more important for us here. Sorry. At the very least, we are gonna have it. We probably will hit Kaalia soon. I'm gonna play Seraph here. Yeah. I mean, that one's gonna come. gonna save Gids for last. Tempest Jin. Okay, that's perfect because we get now that gives us the perfect excuse to play Kaalia first.
I like a good fight.
Oh, the nice thing, this one dodges dive down. And also dodges the last attempt plating. Maybe that's why I kinda in my own version of Mono Blue, I kinda cut down on the dive downs. I'm just gonna go Curious Obsession. They probably have a dive down on their own. I am going to sacrifice. It does keep him from drawing cards too.
I'm not afraid of phantoms.
I'm playing Resplendent Angel. So our opponent has to answer. No, our opponent stalled on land. He did have a lot. He did have 2 turns worth of counter spells. I just had to play around those. Our deck is not the deck that Mono Blue. Actually, no. Mono Blue had a good chance of fighting that deck. Probably. I'm just assuming our opponent had the traditional list of dive downs. I kind of weaned off of those. It's really all about counter spells at this point. Sure, it sucks if you're facing against a shifting Ceratops, but you might not have a choice on that matter. So, nice 3 mana. We have all the colors. I might just run Gideon first before Resplendent Angel. The Saphara is kind of annoying, but let's wing it. Definitely going to keep this because we do have double white, all 3 colors. That's pretty much all I'm asking for. At least off an opening hand. Okay. Now let's see if we can get another angel. Dragon Skull Summit. Probably not the sum. As much as I like to cast Sapharas, if our opponent's playing, if my suspicion is that this is mono red, I don't think I'm gonna last long enough to hit 7 mana, and our opponent can burn us or burn around us. First tag. Okay. So we now get to play Blood Crypts. I will have to play Gideon first, force our opponent to spend the burn there. So we want to have a turn of taking burn to the face. Tibalt's Rager, not... Ooh, this is a mentor deck? Okay. I'm gonna see if our opponent spends their time killing Gideon. I'm hoping they would spend additional resources. Because... Actually, this was kind of bad. Our opponent could just literally swing these 2... Pay mana to swing here. So at least that's one less spell I have to worry about. So basically, I'm using... Cavalcade. This also hits Planeswalker, so that's another problem. If our opponent pumps any of these, that's one less Cavalcade trigger. He can pump afterwards. Yeah, he's going for Gideon, so... Okay. Gideon saved us more than a lot of damage. Opponent's down to 2 cards. I'm expecting a Chandra, so I kind of want to save the Angrat's Rampage. I also want to save the Gideon Black. I also want to save the Resplendent Angel too. Okay, let's force our opponent to have a burn spell. With the lands we're drawing, it looks like we really have to cast her. We really have to cast Saphara after all. Then watch me not draw the 7th land. So I'm going to take a huge load of damage here. Now, I could choose to block. No, let's see how our opponent acts on this. He's seen the Gideon, so if he suspects I have a second... Okay, he's holding back, so he's going to try to spend a burn spell. Yep, here comes the... Bane Fire. Okay, not bad. That's... He's had to spend all his mana that way. Okay, I'm trying to see how I can maximize. Because I can gain 3 life, it become gain 4 if I play Angel into Gideon instead of Set. I'm gonna keep the Seraph instead, that's probably the better one. And I'm not gonna wait for our opponent. I'm gonna sack something right now. I'm gonna keep taking this for now because I know I can Gideon to gain some life back. Or at least force our opponent to use up a burn spell here. This one is... I won't call it sub... No, the opponent has a very good... game idea. Chandra Spitfire. Okay, that... Oh, we did draw the Angel of Vitality in the end. So, Angel of Vitality. Gideon. If our opponent can shock this, that would be... That's kind of annoying in terms of the life gain, but I guess it is what it is.
God's bless us in our righteous cause.
So this is us just trying to get back into the game.
Prepare for battle.
Also note the interface will not let you give him a second instance of vigilance. Go figure. Am I willing to trade Kaalia for... I probably might even lose the Angel of Vitality to a shock. So... If it comes to that, I am going to trade Kaalia for Spitfire. We will have Seraph on... We will have Seraph as the backup plan from this point on. Somehow it's actually the position where I kind of want Seraph to die. Anyway, our opponent is a bit in the tank right now. He knows he can send some damage to Gideon. Problem is... Okay. Shock, okay. He's sending it to us. So probably doesn't have faith that... Okay. He can... Let's see.
You fight dirty.
He can spend all his mana. I'm gonna force him to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna force him to spend all his mana. Besides, I'd rather not face off against Chandra. So Gids did his job. I'm gonna play Seraph. Our opponent's slight... Yeah, we're literally one land away. let's see. So 25 minus 6, 19 lands left. So about 40% to draw a land. We kind of survived the cavalcade. So we're probably gonna have to nuke Tybalt first among them before we do anything else.
The more, the messier.
I will just take the damage. Basically force this last card to be something that can answer Seraph. If not, I'm willing to take more damage. Okay, that's it. That was expected. So we didn't get the 7th land. We did get a bishop. So Bishop of Wings. Mortify. Sneak Tybalt.
It's game over.
Ironically, if I now let Seraph die, that will give us a total of three flyers. So any other flyer will let us cast Sephara. So that shouldn't be too bad. One's got a lot of good stuff. It's just closing out that's currently the issue. Now here's the thing, I'm actually scared of stuff like Flame Sweep, so I'm actually gonna just block the token. Also, we have to note that our opponent does have Bane Fire, so we can't get too low at the life total. Is he gonna? Oh, is he gonna snipe? I'm hoping he snipes Sarah. Runaway Steamkin. Shock? Yeah, he's gonna shock the Sarah. That should give us three spirits. We just need a 4th one, right? Oh no, it just only gave us 2. Okay. Huh? It's after like 2, right? Okay, this is weird. So I might as well make the most out of this. So okay, I'm gonna bin the Tybalt's Wager. That's the one with the most potential. Angel of Vitality stays on top. Oh yeah, it's good. It's 3 tokens. It just got... That's a weird way of stacking tokens. Now let's see if our opponent... Spitfire, so not a Flame Sweep. And we can now go Sephara Skies. And now we can do Angel of Vitality, Sephara Skies Blade. So... yeah, the way the tokens are stacked are weird. But otherwise, we're back in the game. I don't think our opponent has a way to dome us for 18, so... Okay, Fire Artisan is... He does have a start. He just needs cards.
No problem. Fire can't solve.
He's not gonna spend... No, he doesn't have enough. Let's make sure Chandra doesn't get out of hand. And the nice thing is I can hold these guys back because they're forever indestructible. I can just keep swinging with Sephara. Then Angel Vitality will get back up to 4-4. Yeah, so it turns out putting Safari was a good idea after all, especially with all the... And considering we never drew that 7th land. Thanks a lot, Scry. Yeah, you're down here. So our opponent has to answer the 7/7 first. No easy feat for mono red. Opponent's gonna try to dome us. And we literally could... He probably only noticed now they're indestructible. One is playing up a good fight. I'm gonna hold everything else back. And yeah, the writing is kind of on the wall. I don't... our opponent's final finisher was literally just main fire. So this is our dream. This is literally our dream opening here. Not too shabby. Yeah. If anything, this is probably going to encourage our opponent to main deck flame sweeps. I agree on that one. Okay. Enough faffing around. I'm going to swing with everything now. Maybe not. Yep, he can kind of guess who Kaalia is going to target right at this point. And there, that's game. I could have just won earlier by swinging with everyone true. So, okay, get our rewards. Yeah. 2 wins, not too bad. I guess it all goes downhill from here. The sideboard for this one should probably be similar to my main board for Absan Life Gain. Basically, Ajani's Pride Mates, Bloodthirsty Aerialists. You can even drop the red if you're so inclined. There are ways to kill planeswalkers in mono black after all, so you can do it that way. So what crypt tap. So we will at least have we will be able to play some stuff turn 3. Probably gonna aim for the Prison Realm. Here comes the op. Oh, Spectral Savior. So it's that matchup. Okay, at least we're gonna be able to imprison something. Shame I couldn't draw the Angrat's Rampage. I probably should stop clicking that. Okay, last click. Just stop there. Okay, stop clicking. This is definitely Simic Flash, so I should expect a huge load of counter spells. I'm gonna hold off on the... In fact, I'm gonna hold off on casting anything because our opponent probably wants to cast a Brightborn Cutthroat now. Of course, it'll be embarrassing if it turns out he has no plans of doing so. Yep, that was embarrassing. We can do it on his turn, I guess. Could I cast an Angel of Vitality? I probably could have. One is probably waiting to just counter that thing. So let's make our opponent spend their mana now. Here comes the counter. Or here come... Well, not the wolf. That needs double green. Oh, he's just drawing a card. Okay. Well, I'll accept that. Well, it does tap out our opponent. Let's see what again top. Seraph. Okay, so I want to draw that naturally. I'll just play Angel first. Oh yeah, speaking of angels. Angel of Fallen. Pretty good movie. Not as great a premise as the first one or the second one. The plot was not exactly surprising, but that's it. It's still very enjoyable. It's not too deep, but not everything has to be deep. Now I actually want to draw lands, so I'm going to try holding off on Kaalia for a while. I might actually just play Seraph instead. Here comes the counter spell. At least it's not filled. Oh, Sinister Sabotage. Okay. So we have a threat on board at least. Just waiting for our opponent to hit the double green. That double green can mean a lot of things. Frilled Mystics and whatnot. I could also just play Prison Realm for no value. Because right now our opponent is in counter mode. Okay, if we know our opponent's gonna counter stuff, let's play the Kaalia. Surely has to counter this one. If it lets it through, if it lets it through and counters the next thing, I'm really perplexed. But at least we... Okay. Color me perplexed. So we're looking for a cheap angel. I guess another Seraph is fine. Oh, I had an Earth... Okay, here comes the Brineborn Cutthroats. Could cast another Brineborn Cutthroat now. Just to buff this a bit. Unsummon. Okay, that... I don't know if it's... I wouldn't say you unsummon the right one. I am willing to block. Let's trade. Let's at least get the dive down out of the way for starters. So, still needing land? Yes, I still need the land. We're not getting the land. I'm gonna play the Seraph that he's seen already. Make our opponent feel good about casting the next Build Mystic. Now that said, our opponent is likely to run unsummons and not blinks, so Prison Realming this one's not too bad. I could use more mana though. It's not getting there. Let's see if this baits them counterspell. Because at least our opponent is not in a position to draw cards. We are in a position to get hit. Negate, okay, so that eats that counterspell. And still has the potential for a wolf. Yep, Nightpack Ambusher. So we're gonna take 7 damage. We have to Prison Realm this one. Which means we will probably take 5. I guess... Yeah. Not hitting the lands is a problem, but I have to Prison Realm. If our opponent has a counter for this, it's game anyway. Doesn't really matter. Oh, Brightborn into a counterspell. Yep, good game. We literally just ran out of mana. It's a problem. We are playing 25 lands. I can see a good argument for playing 26. Yeah, maybe. I guess the only problem we have is we don't exactly have card filtering or card draw in this iteration. I originally had a version of this with Tormenting Voice and Reanimation Plan. It would reanimate Dracoset. Okay, this one not exactly double white, but still keepable. We are playing a tree land. We are playing any tree land hand we can get. Opponent's name is Jaceball, I guess. Well, let's see. With the Avatar, the Mono Blue. Is our opponent playing Mono Blue by any chance? Probably. Okay, we really need a second white mana. Kaya's Wrath probably should be in the sideboard. It's not exactly something you'd main deck. Cry of the Carnarium is probably even more main deckable here. Especially if we're running that much spot removal. Opponent seems to be stuck though. Trust Sailor. Okay, so now the question is whether this is the mono blue iteration or the Simic iteration. So far it looks mono blue. Okay, got our planes, that's the good news. We'll play the Blood Crypto. So turn 3 Kaalia, probably gonna get countered. Turn 4 Seraph. Seraph not too bad to wipe with Kaya's Rat. Okay, this is the Simic iteration, so yeah, double green is our water do of sorts. Gonna play Kaalia. Let's get as many counter spells out of the way early as possible. Okay, here comes the Sinister Sabotage. Ooh. No, this is a very good deck because we're playing threats 1:1. Our opponent can afford to counter 1:1. All they need is one little early guy. Okay, let's play this white source. Let's eat another counter spell. There's no way around it. It's really a case of can we run our opponent out of cards first? Not likely. Well, our opponent could just Spectral Sailor response, but our opponent's digging for the other green. That's my fear. If our opponent hits second green, it unlocks at least 4 more counter spells in the form of Frilled Mystic. Omnixus is just gonna get negated. I might have no choice but to let him negate away anyway. Yeah, we're literally playing 1:1. We're playing to our opponent. That's not good. Syncopate x equals 2. Yeah, x equals 1 would have been just fine, but heck, it's okay. So let's get planes out of the way. I've been meaning to run Syncopate in my version of Mono Blue. I've just been getting more people with Quench. I've seen enough instances where 1 mana is left up. So we literally have... Okay, so our opponent now has Frilled Mystic Life. I probably should play Obnixilis first. Letting our opponent draw cards feels so bad, but I might not have a choice here. We're about to get flooded in mana. Unfortunately, the can't be countered is all in green. Envoy Cutthroat into a counter spell. But here's the thing. We now know our opponent is down to 2, maybe virtually 3 cards. So this is a... We'll take a risk. We'll force the rat first. Let's get 1 counter spell out of the way. I should have played Lyra first though. No, played Resplendent Angel actually. Okay, I'm gonna take a gamble and just take the hit. Heck, we can even just pump this. Let's see if our opponent responds. I'm actually hoping for... Because we can get a 4/4 Angel out of it just by spending mana. That said, our opponent could play the same game. Let's see if he has the bounce. Nope. Does he have the bounce? Come on, the suspense is killing me. Could have the bounce for the token, which kind of kills us. It is end step now. Opponent probably should just draw a card. Yep. So I'm probably gonna just trade this for the Brineborn Cutthroat. Yeah, that's it. Any bounce kills us, so it was worth a shot. I didn't exactly want to commit to a counter spell. This has vigilance, so let's swing with everything again. This is literally our only catch-up mechanism right now. I would love to play Lyra Dawnbringer, but my opponent is exhibiting a handful of counter spells. Okay, opponent is stuck and concedes. Whew. We managed to dodge that bullet. I thought we were gonna lose there for sure. And to think a lone Resplendent Angel carried us all the way? Well, a lot of angels had to die, aka get countered, just to make way for it, but well, their sacrifice was not in vain. Yeah, the actual pro list had all 4 copies of Resplendent Angel. I just didn't. If you ask me, I'm not too sure how much I'm gonna play Historic. I might just keep playing Standard till the, well, not till the day I die. That's a bit morbid. Okay, definitely keeping this. We're bound to draw into an angel eventually, and we have the grounds for double white and all our colors. So just don't make the mistake of forgetting to sack Evolving Wilds. Okay, this might be vampire, so we might be in trouble. Now, if it turns out I draw... Okay. I'm gonna take a gamble, take the hit off this one. Sure, we won't get Angel of Vitality live. But we will gain more life than we lose. That said, our opponent could easily just have a kill spell. Opponent's in the life gain plan though, so we're gonna take the hit. We'll gain some life back. We got Aurelia, so so if our opponent doesn't molest the Bishop of Wings, I'm gonna play Blood Crypt, play Aurelia. Swing and mass, probably just buff the angel to give her vigilance. Homebound Lich. Oh, this is a Death Touch list. Death Touch lifelink. I'm expecting green for Yarok at this point, but this could just be... Ooh, no, this is a Reanimator deck list. We have to win this one very quickly. I might have to play our... Okay, opponent's held back. This doesn't have haste, so I might as well just pump her. Blood for Bones will slightly wreck us. Well, we we can just mortify. So okay, opponent's taking damage. This is probably blood for bones right now. This could also be Vraska's Contempt, which is lesser of two evils. Yeah, they're probably gonna steal Aurelia if ever. You know, Gorging Vulture, okay. Dumping stuff. Ooh, there's a Draco set as well, so we have to hurry. I probably should hold up Mortify in this case. I guess I'm gonna have to swing with this team. Take the hit. Now this means Bond of Passion. That's their black one, right? Yeah, Bond of Passion. So yeah. So I need to hold up. So we're gonna try to force our way through. We need to hold up that Mortify at all costs. So I'm just wondering whether the poison's gonna be okay. Not Bond of Passion. Could still be Blood for Bones. So we really have to hold up that Mortify. If our opponent tries to connive, gain control. No, sorry, I have to mortify this. Gives us a spirit though. Yeah. Okay, swings with that. I might have to play. No, Gideon's only gonna take a hit if ever. Yeah, we really need to draw another. Okay, fine. You want me to play Gideon? I'll play Gideon.
I walk a righteous path. Your light will cleave the darkness.
Basically, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, we might not be able to. Being forced to nuke our own Aurelia, not a good thing. If our opponent is able to start getting Agent of Treachery, this is really bad. That said, I could play another Gideon. Blood for Bones. He's gonna get back Agent of Treachery and something cheap. So we're probably gonna lose Gideon. We could lose Angel of Vitality actually, which is annoying, but not game breaking. He's getting Tone Bound Lich. He's gonna dig for another. Yeah, we're gonna lose Gideon. So I can cast my other Gideon, swing overhead our opponent. Actually, yeah, we can take out this Gideon at least. Wait, he should activate this at least. Yeah, that prevents me from taking it out wholesale. Okay, that does. Yeah, and he now has. So I do have to at least send the spirit against Gideon. Visionary. Okay, that's Seraph. That's a good news. Oh, I cast Gideon. I wanted to cast Seraph.
Aid in the assault. I believe in you.
Let's pad that life total a little bit.
I've fought worse.
Yeah, he could have another. Well, he probably will. If he doesn't have it, he'll play Tomebound Lich first. We will take all these hits. I might block Agent just to preserve Gids. Okay, let's block Agent. Let's not block. Let's not block Agent. He's already committed everything to killing our Gideon.
I surrender.
You just need to see if he has it. We're 2 mana away from Sephara, so yeah, this should have been well, yeah, it should have been Seraph. There was no need to commit Gideon here. Is he gonna Blood for Bones sacrifice? No, Tomebound Lich. He could still dig for Blood for Bones. We have 5 damage up top. Lyra would be actually horrible. Seraph is actually dangerous too. Our opponent's yet to tick this up, so I'm going to I'm again gonna send the Spirit against Gideon, send the Angel up top. I'm gonna hold back on these two. If he rips a Blood from Bones off the top, that's literally game over. Kaalia's fine though. So let's dig for. Okay, let's dig for Resplendent Angel. Because we're just 1 mana away from that. Actually, Angel Vitality is probably safer. It's the least likely to benefit our opponent. So now our opponent probably can steal Kaalia to deal with Angel. Can't steal Angel because Kaalia, it will be tapped. Opponent does have some sort of, yeah, Connive Concoct is, yeah, I stand by this one as a well, it's not quite Bond of Passion if you're going for a Dracoset, but it works. Works. Speaking of which, I'm still concerned about that Bond of Passion play and whatnot. Oh man. Yeah. There's Concoct, he's gonna buy back. He can't buy back. He could buy back Dracoset. He probably will just buy back Agent of Treason. That's probably the more likely one. Yeah, Treachery, there you go. What will he take? Probably Kaalia. Not too bad per se. So gains Indestructible means nothing. So I can swing with Angel, force to block Angel. He's digging. I will take 5. I'll take 5 damage. Lyra's very dangerous here, so I'm going to play the Angel of Vitality first. So send this one here. Send this one here. He's forced to block Kaalia. And I can keep ticking Gideon down, thankfully.
I can take a hit or two.
Opponent's really digging for that other reanimation. Thankfully, targeted by Ancient. Look at all the scrolling text here. So many things to keep track of. Destructible, doing damage to this, indestructible again. Oh, this one tells you what his abilities do. Bond of Revival, going for Dracoset. So it can nuke 1/8. So if he swings with this one, He can nuke one angel.
Prepare
He's gonna
for
give it
battle.
vigilance. Yeah, he'll nuke one angel, keep the other two around. I could play no, Sapphire again, very scary. Last thing I want to do is inadvertently give everyone. Okay, so you got yourselves another token at least. This is just 8 damage. I will have to take it. That's enough to go there. I do have targeted removal, but how many? I've used one Mortify. There's two, so it's between Mortify and Prison Realm. I just need one or the other. I really don't want to play Lyra. Actually, yeah, no. I think it's safe to play Lyra now. Yep, we're nowhere near to casting Sephara again, but and just to avoid this guy from taking down Exile, I have to swing with Angel of Vitality, sadly. Yeah, I have to give it up, but if Gideon exiles one, Gideon exiling an angel would.
That was a good hit.
So technically I could technically just cast okay, Blood for Bones is also an issue here. That's probably the one thing. That's one thing that scares me, and I know he has more copies of that. He's literally just giving this vigilance because that's the only thing keeping him alive. He will nuke Seraph. I should have 3 tokens left after this. No, if he's smart, okay, he's gonna swing with everything. Oh, okay, yep. So I will end up with 4 tokens. No, so I'm just waiting to see if I get a removal spell for this. It's over, kind of. Okay, my life total doesn't matter at this point. What he draws off this matters though. We're not getting it. That said, I can play Sephara for then I'm going to send everyone to Gideon. Looks like Sephara is saving the, well, a bit premature, but let's send everything against Gideon for now. At least Dracoset blocks 1, but it will bring him down to 3. That's more manageable until our opponent can Blood for Bones. Blood for Bones literally ends the game for us. Our opponent will end up with Sephara on their side of the table. We have like about 5 pieces that count as some direct removal for this. So 1 in 8, not exactly what I'm hoping for. Our opponent could just literally overwhelm us. Thankfully our opponent is flooded. I think our opponent probably should just be using Erratic Visionary instead of dropping lands. Concoct. Can't get Dracoset. That does nothing. Can get Lich or Vulture. He was digging for another agent. Thankfully we did not give him that pleasure. Lyra Dawnbringer would wreck that plan. Sort of. Not quite. Oh, now he ditches the... But he has quasi-duplicate. Oh no. Wait, can he cast it? Yes, he can. Oh, he can't cast it. He's 1 card shy. He has no cards, so he can't cast it. I have to...
I will lend you my
Okay, first take the damage. And the problem is this has lifelink too, so let's assume that our opponent definitely will be able to take Lyra and or Sephara. I really need... No, take. Draw a discard. Yeah, you wanted that Bond of Passion, did you? Prison Realm. Let's hold on to that Prison Realm because we know our opponent's gonna take 1. And we need that Prison Realm later. So we're gonna play Lyra. Let's attack all on him. Oh, thank goodness he did that first. If he double blocks, kind of fine. Double blocks is fine. Oh, he doesn't double block. He's gonna try to go for the quasi-duplicate, steal my Sephara, or he can't steal Sephara. He has to steal Lyra. Well, if he steals Sephara, it's kind of fine. He could also try... Yeah, it's literally this 1 agent of treachery that he needs. So I know he's gonna get it. Oh man, all the lifelink. And we know we got the removal now. Man, this... I didn't expect it to go this long. It was going very well for our opponent too. Yeah, he's gonna go for the quasi-duplicate Agent of Treachery. He's gonna take Lyra. Oh no, he's gonna take Sephara. Until he realizes that that doesn't matter. Actually, that's not good. He should have taken Lyra to stand a chance. Taking Sephara, can't block with it. Gorging Vulture. Okay, he's gonna try to gain life. I'm also gonna try to gain life. I think he's gonna swing with every... Nope. Yeah, he's gonna swing with... He's gonna have to swing with everything. He's gonna try to get these in the bin though, because he needs to rebuy them. Little does he know that this is his last buyback. Oh yeah, and he doesn't gain life because this has first strike. Yeah, you can see.
Perish.
Oh, here's the thing. I can kill this. And that's it. I can just kill that. He draws 2 cards. I don't even have to attack, but yeah, that was me getting cute. Prison Realm is probably safer. Whew, that was very close. I'm liking this one so far. Man, Sephara putting up a lot of overtime work. Okay, so we're back in the realm of unplayable hands. This counts, so I'm gonna mulligan this. This is definitely playable. We're gonna bin Obnixilis. It's a shame that... Let's see if we can get... Mountain makes it... Okay, I'm gonna goldfish a bit here. If our opponent seems to be aggressive... Okay, this one signals Boros. So I'm gonna actually just play the Dragon Skull Summit right now. Oh no, this is Naya. Well, it's still Naya Angel, so I'm definitely gonna eat Angrat's Rampage. I'm 1 mana away from Kaya's Wrath, but I'm not gonna... I'm gonna force our... Because this deck, it has half creatures, half spells, I'm gonna force our opponent to expend as many creatures as possible. Hunted Witness. Okay, that might not be a good part of the plan. I can just play Bishop of Wings just to buy time. Angrat's Rampage is gonna suck. Well, then again, our opponent could play a Planeswalker. So this is definitely Kaya's Wrath. We could wait though. Yeah, we're gonna wait. Our opponent might end up getting a 1-1. That's kind of okay. Season of Growth. Yeah. Disenchantment. Putting up a lot of extra... Putting up a lot of extra overtime. So we will take... We'll take 4 damage. Definitely blocking this one. Oh no. Opponent's gonna block. Okay, fine. I'll block. Because I know I'm gonna rat after this. Yeah, the Rampage. So this explains this. Good job. Another season. Defiant Strike. So our opponent is... Yep, our opponent's now at the spells half. We're only taking quite a bit of hits for now until we can draw another creature. Once we preserve our life total that way. Mortify. No, let's Angrat's Rampage first. Let's hold up the Mortify for later. Is it worth hitting the Season of Growth? Let's force our opponent to have the God's Willing now, so he reveals it. Defiant Strike, so kind of digging for God's Willing. Well, drawing a card at least. That's not God's Willing. We still need creatures of our own though. The opponent's able to... Okay, also able to go through the deck really quickly. Okay, there's an... Literally just slowing our opponent down. But if you consider the disparity in cards our opponent has to what we have, we're probably... Yeah, we're really the underdog at this point. It's drawn quite a bit. I think opponent's drawn quite a lot. 1, 2, 3 extra cards. Spellbreaker. And it's been scrying... And it's been scrying more, so it's had a much better selection. Can't District Legionnaire. Could use another rat at this point. We got only 2 more, so let's not keep our hopes up. Most of our removals 1-to-1. So off the sideboard, yeah, I'm thinking Cry might not be a... Well, this was not the matchup I designed, but I probably would have Ritual of Soot over Cry. That said, if I can get 1 more mana, I can at least snipe this Legionnaire. Mortify will do. And snipe the Legionnaire because that's the one with more room for growth. But us getting stuck on mana is literally not helping us. We played a total sum of 1 creature. A Gird for Battle plus another spell kills us. Opponent probably thinking they should go all in. You have hexproof, so I guess the answer is yes. Go. Okay, so I'm curious to why our opponent stalled out. Our opponent is literally winning though. Probably a bad connection. That's it. And you can testify here. I didn't touch the cat this time, so it wasn't me. Yeah, but this is a lost game for us. If okay, there you go. His triggers came up. That was super delayed. Yeah, it looks like there's... I'm even doubting the timeout was actually used. Or... let's wait for it. Play another creature. Kaya's Wrath. That's literally the only thing that can save me. Nope. Angel Vitality. So again, so we got relatively far, and against Simic Flash and a very annoying take control of your opponent's stuff deck to boot, but that was worth it. I guess there is some room for this. Let's be honest, it's more of a fun deck than not. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to finish up the other decks. I'm looking forward to at least 2 more. The one is kind of needs work, but might be interesting. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, and God bless. Have a good day, everyone.